Hello, everyone. Zach here, just giving you an honest review of NHL 22. Um, Previously, I'm very critical of VA and NHL series. To me, it has been a copy and paste since the NHL about 18, 17, 18. And this year's edition of NHL is very mixed, in my opinion. The NHL 22 version on PS4 and Xbox is awful. I would not play it at all. I wouldn't even consider buying it. There's too many desyncs that happen. There's too many bugs. The menus are extremely slow. It's just not a good experience on the PS4 and Xbox One. On the PS5, however, it is a so-so game. On the PS5, I will say there are features that are actually I do enjoy. Like I enjoy whenever you score a goal, and through the controller speaker, it plays their goal song or whatever. And I like that feedback. It gives you a different aspect of the game. Like it'll tell you like when there's a line change or whatever. It adds a new aspect to the game, which I do like. The Frostbite engine also, yes, it looks good. I will say that. I mean, it's not that much of a difference, but it looks better than it did before. Like it looked like it was on a PS2. It did not look good. With the Frostbite, it's not much better, but it at least it looks like it's at least somewhat caught up to the times. How do I want to put that? PS5 also, the menus are clean. It goes smoothly. I haven't really run into any bugs or desyncs or anything lately, so I don't know about that. But NHL 22 has some huge issues which I hope are fixed in the upcoming updates or in patches. The first issue I have is the CPU AI. It is awful. Absolutely awful. You play a game, the opposing team shoots on your goalie, there's a rebound. The goalie does not move. He just lets the computer come down to a backhand or whatever and score and put it in off the rebound. I've had a couple times where the puck was just rolling back, and I passed it back to the goalie. He just went through his 5-hole. He didn't even attempt to get it. Didn't even try to cover it. Pick it up, pass it out. There's just things in this game with the AI where it's not good, not good at all. The second issue I have with the game is the passing. Now, I know people online are like, oh, it's a very, very difficult to pass or whatever. Not really, it's the same. The issue that I have with passing is that players, whenever you pass it to them, do not pick up the puck. It either hits off their stick, it just goes right through them, and they don't pick up the puck at all. It's a mixed bag whenever it comes to passing. Sometimes you pass it, they're good. Other times you pass it, it just hits right off of them, and then it causes a turnover because they don't pick it up. Or you pass it to them trying to give them a lead pass, and it just goes right through them, and it goes for the icing. So it's a mixed bag on passing. And the AI are the two biggest issues that I have with the game. Overall, I can't really blame the player base or anything for this. Well, the low player base, but because I get it. Whenever EA puts out a copy and paste of a game, the player base just goes away. They disappear. They don't care. So finding games in like Chell and all that, it's very difficult. You try to do a drop in, it's like a 5-minute wait. You try to do a like threes, it's 5-10 minute wait. And yeah, partially that's EA to blame for that. EA, well, mixed. Since I'm doing it on PS5, a lot of people don't have the console to begin with. So it's like, all right, that's understandable why there's not a lot. But a lot of it has to do with the dying player base. Like, they put out copy and paste. It gives you no motivation to buy the game, no reason to buy the game. They don't add features that the community wants, like GM Connected or whatever. And it just pushes people away. So, to an extent, I understand why the player base and all that, it's taking a long time for them to like get into games of Chell and all that, because they're just, the player base isn't there. And especially with them splitting it into four different like servers type of thing, where like PS5 could only play with PS5, PS4 could only play with PS4. EA needs to low-key come out with an update that just gets rid of that, because it's your player base is split, and overall the game is not that different. Yeah, it runs a little bit better on any or like next-gen consoles, but the old gen, current gen, whatever you want to call them, you kind of need to unite that. You need cross-platform or cross like console or whatever. You just need to find a way to unite that. Your player base is dropping, so you have people trying to play Shell and all that, and it's just they can't find games because nobody's on. And overall, that's gonna hurt. That will hurt. You will have people like play this game for a couple weeks. Oh, I can't find a game, so I'm gonna go play another game. And overall, I mean, EA, I know I'm naive thinking that EA somewhat cares, because they've proven that they don't. But EA needs to fix that. They need to get on that. They need to change up and either, I don't even know if they could do it now, but they got to figure a way out to combine like cross-gen, whatever. I don't even know if they could do that past the release date, but they need to do that. They need to put out an update. Definitely fixing the CPU AI, because it is awful. It is worse than last year's. They got to put out an update to fix passing, because there's no reason you should pass it to it. Like, I guess sometimes, yeah, it'll bounce off them. But it happens like 50%, 60% where you pass it to them. It just bounces off of them. It's left behind. It goes right through them for an icing. It's a ridiculous like amount that they definitely need to patch it, so that at least passing is somewhat like doable. I don't think people, I know online people say it's difficult, it's hard or whatever, but to me it is not. It's the same exact passing. Like, you hold where you want to pass it to, you pass it to. It just hits off of them or it goes right through them. And I know on their website here, I think, let me see. No, they don't have a list here, but they had something about like stick physics and stuff. You cannot tell stick physics have been improved. It actually seems like they've gotten worse. Like, it's a mess right now. It's like, if I had to give it a rating, the PS4 and Xbox version of NHL, I would give a 0 out of 10. It is awful. I would not even consider buying the game. The PS5 Xbox edition, I would give it like a 4 out of 10. It's a little bit better. It has its moments. It's cleaner and all that, but there's just aspects to it that are lacking or they're not good. So I'm hoping EA does that. Low-key, EA also needs to put out even though I don't know if they could do it past release, EA needs to put out an update to add online franchise. Your player community is dying. There's not many people that play it. You need to put out an online franchise mode. That way, like, people that used to play come back. They're, oh man, we could play online now with our friends. You have to do it, and it cannot wait. It has to be either an update later on in this one or an update and then just added in NHL 23. There's no excuses to not have it in 23. They have to put it out because your player base, NHL is actually slowly approaching NBA Live characteristics. Like, it's just, to me, it's getting to a point where it's like they keep trying to bring it back and all that. And they're like, oh, we'll put it out or whatever. We'll try to make improvements. But it's just, your player base is already gone. They're in 2K, or they just don't play NBA games anymore on that aspect. So it's like, I like hockey. I know a lot of people like hockey. I don't want EA to get to that point. I'm really hoping that competition comes along soon, because I think competition would push EA to start caring. But they really have to do something about passing, and they really have to do something about the CPU AI and the AI in general in the game. And they really have to either bring back online franchise mode this year, like halfway through the year, just put it out, or next update and be like, yeah, we're doing this, because your player base is not there. You've let people go, and you have not listened to the community for so long that they have left. And I was lucky, because I got my PS5 copy off of a Twitter competition thing where they just randomly drew my name. If like I had to pay for it, I would not buy it this year. This game there's not enough updates to it to where it is actually like, hey, I should go buy this game. It is pretty much a copy and paste, but on like next gen, it's at least a playable. That's pretty much the only difference. And there are some aspects on next gen, I will give it that. But it is a mixed bag right now. I would definitely hold off until like a sale. I mean, I would not even consider buying the PS4 Xbox version. I would wait until you have like a PS5 or Series X, because I played the PS4 version, and it is so slow, so buggy. It is awful. So at least I got the PS5 version to play if I have a fix for NHL. But other than that, it needs some improvements, definitely. I mean, I will give them time. If it is not improved by at least, I'd say, December, then this, I don't know, it's not looking good for the future. But I don't know. I'm hoping they pull through and at least somewhat start to care. And that's about it for my honest NHL 22 opinion. If you like this, please subscribe. Please like. If not, it is what it is. So thank you for watching. And everyone have a good day.